Okay, so are you ready to like dive deep into this whole tech education thing for kids?
Always fascinating, right? Especially now, everything changing so fast.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, think about it. This isn't like your old school computer lab anymore, right? We're talking serious stuff here. And we've got just the person to like break it all down.
Okay, lay it on me. Who are we talking to?
We've got Alumanda Shakankale, an ICT trainer. And get this, she's been doing this since 2010. I mean, can you even imagine?
Whoa, 2010. That's like ancient history in the tech world, right?
Seriously, like we were all still trying to figure out how to download ringtones back then, and she was already teaching tech. Wild.
That is wild. So, okay, someone who's been in the game that long must have some incredible insights. What's her take on how kids learn best with technology?
So Alamanda, this is what's so cool about her. She really believes in like unlocking the magic of technology, but not like in a cheesy way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more about those moments when a student just gets it.
Yeah, I totally get that. There's nothing like seeing that spark when someone who was maybe a little scared of tech suddenly realizes they can actually do it.
Yes, exactly. And all Amanda says this is especially true with kids. They're just like fearless, you know, they wouldn't learn to be afraid to try stuff yet. And that leads to some pretty amazing breakthroughs.
It's true, right? Kids haven't built up those mental blocks we get as adults. They're willing to experiment, to play around, and that's so important with tech.
Totally. And speaking of playing around, let's talk about the Byte Buddies Computer Club. This is Alamanda's passion project. And it's not just your typical computer class. I'm talking coding robotics, AI, the works.
Wow, that's impressive. It's like she's giving them a glimpse into the future.
Right. And, you know, those are the skills that are going to be in such high demand.
Absolutely. The jobs of tomorrow are all going to be tied to tech in some way, so the earlier kids get comfortable with it, the better.
Totally. But what I love is that Alamanda doesn't just teach the technical stuff. She also makes it fun and engaging. I mean, the kids call her the computer whisperer because apparently computers only act up when she's not around.
That's amazing. It really speaks to her ability to connect with kids and create a positive learning environment.
Exactly. And get this, these kids aren't just learning the basics. They're using what they learn to create things. Like recently they were using AI to make their own animated stories.
Seriously, kids using AI to tell stories, that just blows my mind.
Right? It's incredible what they can do. It makes me think about Elemenda's advice to parents. She's always encouraging them to like help their kids explore these platforms like Tinker, Scratch, and Code.org.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those. They're designed to make coding more accessible, right? Especially for younger kids.
Exactly. They use like block-based programming and stuff, so it's not as intimidating as traditional coding languages.
That's so important because it's not about turning every kid into a professional programmer. It's about giving them the tools to think creatively and solve problems using technology.
That's a great point. It's like shifting their mindset from just being consumers of technology to being creators. And I think that's what Amanda's so passionate about. She wants kids to see that they have the power to shape the digital world.
And you know what? Even if we don't have kids ourselves, we can still support this kind of learning, right?
Totally. Like we can volunteer our time or donate to programs like Byte Buddies, or even just talk to the young people in our lives about tech and encourage them to explore it.
Exactly. It's all about fostering that curiosity and showing them the possibilities. I mean, who knows, the next tech genius could be right under our noses.
Right. So the next time you hear someone going on about kids these days and how they're always on their screens, think about Olamanda and the Byte Buddies. And remember, those kids might just be creating the next big thing.
Well said. This has been such an inspiring deep dive. It's amazing to see people like Alumanda out there making a real difference.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, everyone. And remember, you don't have to be a tech expert to help inspire the next generation of innovators.
Until next time, keep exploring
and keep learning.